One of the biggest ones was Game 3 in 2001 when President Bush came out, threw out the first pitch, threw a perfect strike. And he actually came in with his bulletproof vest in New York. We're playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, and we were down 2-0. And Mr. Steinbrenner had brought back all the police officers and firefighters and people that lost their loved ones. It was probably one of the most emotional games I had to pitch, because when I busted out of the locker room in Old Yankee Stadium, I turn right and go about 20 yards to go to the weight room to do my cuff work and get loose. I don't like running in front of the fans and stuff. I'll get on a treadmill and get on my pre. So when I go out there, I'm hot, and here we go. And I busted out of the clubhouse door, and like I had some men and women, some firemen just hugging me, and
Man,
I was like,
"This is a month after 9/11, not even right."
So I was supposed to pitch this, and I'll tell you guys this while I'm on the topic and I'm thinking about it. I played 24 years. I tell people I consider myself a great team player. It pales to the trip that I did. So I was supposed to pitch 9/11. I was a New York Yankee going against my former team, the Red Sox. So everybody and their mother were in town. I was going for my 20th win. I usually try and sleep to about 8:30 on game day. We get in about 1 after night game, whatever, from the Yankee Stadium. My buddy was only 2 floors. We got an overlook floor that upstairs I put turf in that you can kind of look out the city, real pretty, 9 miles from World Trade. Banging my door down about 8:05. And I'm like, man, what's up? Something happened to World Trade. So out our bay window up there on the 25th floor, I'd always see 4-seat airplanes going down the Hudson. So I thought it was a mishap with one of the planes that go down and tour the Statue of Liberty. He goes, no, it's bigger than that. So we run up. We could hear and feel the second plane. Go back down, turn on the tube, see all hell's breaking loose. Doorman's at my place, says, you guys need to, they're going to shut down bridges. You need to get out of here. So we went to my buddy's place. We loaded everybody up. My wife was there, had a bunch of girlfriends there. We had other friends we called. People were all in town to watch my 20th. And we busted out of there. Fast forward, we all know what happened, what happened in our lives, and how our world changed. General Myers, our 4-star general at the time, went to high school with my agents. He called and said, would Rocket go to the Middle East to see our men and women? And I said, we called Drew Carey, the comedian. Drew went with us, told some jokes. 7 days, a booklet about the size of my iPhone cover, military time. We lost one person when we were over there. It's really the only time I saw General Myers get upset. They dressed him down until the media knew that we went into Afghanistan to a base they just bombed. But anyway, I met, again, so if anybody, I had 5 uncles that served. I lost my oldest brother. He served in Vietnam. And so anytime, just like I led off with this speech in front of the guys, because the Phillies actually have 1 or 2 guys that had served. And now they're trying to pick up their baseball career. I mean, back in the day, Ted Williams and all these guys.
It was a normal thing back then, but
yeah,
World War II,
yeah.
Of course.
So anyway, it was an unbelievable trip. I saw people that again make me feel comfortable on center stage in front of 55,000 people to be able to do my job. That night that President Bush threw out that first pitch, I was in the bullpen with Mel Stoudemire, my pitching coach. We turned around with the silhouettes. You could see about 14, 15 sharpshooters on top of the stadium. Damn. And it was and it lit up like a Christmas tree. He threw a beautiful strike. The 2 stories you guys you may have heard them already. I'll tell you the 2 funny things. I'll regress here in a minute, but I knew we were really close with 41. I knew 43, but not as well as I did. We even called him Gampy. That's why he called the grandkids Gampy. Anytime I went to Kenny Bunkport, we got to throw horseshoes. I got the damn horseshoe pit in my house because of him. He sent over a 30-page fax on how to mix the clay with the sand. I mean, he's serious about his
HW.
Yeah, he's serious. 43, he's got the bulletproof vest under his deal. He wants to throw. I said, Mr. President, you're going to have to go out the door, go to the right about 100 yards. It's Old Yankee Stadium. We got ghosts running around in that place, right? And the batting cage is all the way down there. I said, Posada and Jeter and some of the guys probably down there doing their tee work or whatever they're doing to get ready, so you'll see them. He says, great. So he goes down there and throws 5 or 10 warm-up pitches, realized he can do it. And then I wasn't there. This is the word I got, and I think it was on a documentary. But he, on his way out the door with all the Secret Service, he stops. He sees Derek, shakes his hand. He says, "Derek," he goes, "any pointers?" And Derek goes, "Well, Mr. President, yeah, you can't throw from the grass, not the dirt. You got to get up, where rock is at on the rubber, and you got to let it fly from there." Mm-hmm. "Oh, hell, I can handle that. No problem. I can do that." And then he says, "Anything else?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "This is New York, Mr. President, and if you bounce it, they will boo your ass." And so he goes, "Oh, now I'm nervous."
Yeah.
So he told that one. I'll go back to my trip to the Middle East. This is what they all now. Again, I'm 6'4". They had 2 Marines as my bodyguards, and they were both 6'6". I look like no offense to punters in NFL, but I look like a punter standing next to these guys. And so they had me covered. They said, when you jump in the crowd and you're signing for all our military guys, I'm going to whisper in your ear, you got 2 minutes to get to the chase vehicle. You got to get to the chase vehicle. No problem. And they both, so when I got to, we actually flew over on Air Force 2. Then when we got to Shannon, Ireland, we jumped on, they put me on a C-17 transport plane with 25 of the baddest ass Marines you've ever seen in your life. And these guys were getting on me because I had a second suitcase. I was like a chick. I brought, my clothes, and I had a second suitcase.
Pack light, buddy.
Pack light. No, they're on me. So I told them I'm pretty finicky about what I eat. Plus, I got to be careful with seafood. With iodine in it, man, I look like Rocky Balboa within cut me Mick. And but in this second suitcase, I had nothing but oatmeal, Cliff Bar. I had powder and granola and everything, because the 2 times I pitched for Team USA, jumping here getting long-winded on y'all, but playing for Team USA, I went over there, and a couple guys got food poisoning. We had to send them back, and I found like a Chef Boyardee for 2 weeks. I found like a Chef Boyardee spaghetti and a Diet Coke, and I lived off that for 8 days over there during that USA game. So I was being careful. I'm not going to go over and get sick, and so I got all this stuff, and they were bitching and moaning me about it. But I was teasing my agent before I went. I said, "Hey, I'm taking this extra suitcase full of stuff because I'm not going to get over there and eat a camel or something. Just messing with me." Funny, isn't it? Funny. So day 6, we're at this Princess thing in Kuwait City. They cook 2 lambs in the ground. They bring them out. Now I sat at a table with some of the guys I've gotten to know. I didn't want to sit at the head table with all their people and everything that was going on. But General Myers is up there and everybody else, and they go, "You're up here. You're sitting front and center with us."
Roger Clemens, head of the table.
So I'm looking. They got a interpreter and everything, and they set the first plate. And there's a pita bread, white rice, and I got a diet 7-Up. And I'm saying, okay, this is it. It's going to be my meal. Out of nowhere, don't you know, they drop a baby camel, right? Baby camel. Hump,
get out of here.
Teeth, everything right here. And I'm like, "You guys are messing." Now I'm getting punked.
Yeah.
I said, "No, you guys are messing with me now." And I said, "I'm not getting that." Well, my agent had the guy. They cut into it, and we're not eating. The first cut into it by the hump, okay, it looked like Bernays was coming out of it. All right. I'm like, "You got to be kidding." And they dug around with these big tongs, and then boom, next thing you know, he pulled out some meat that looked like shredded pork. And he puts a softball size on my plate, and everybody's looking at me. And these guys they're all, and Drew Carey's looking, and I'm like, and I pushed that around my plate for like an hour. An hour. I mean, I didn't care if we started a world war or something, So, and then Drew's girlfriend at the time, she was dipping into my stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, y'all are bitching, getting on my ass for bringing this, and now
you want my oatmeal."
Yeah, now you want my oatmeal. So anyway, that's my. But anyway, if anybody out there, and you guys know, if you served or anybody has served, I friggin' tip my hat to you and say thank you. It doesn't go unnoticed. We do a help and a hero deal where we're building 100 homes for our military men and women that served for us and gave the ultimate sacrifice. And we got Johnny Morris from Bass Pro. He's playing a big role in this for us. So again, I thank you guys.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.